Oh, now it's recording.
Now it's recording.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
And
do you watch the Receipts podcast?
Yeah, but not like in a long time. It's been a while.
It's your girl Tolly T. Just call me Audrey. And Emilia Sanchez. Ow!
Oh my god, Pipelore, I can't with you. I really can't. Hi guys, and welcome back to Lost in the 21st Century. I'm very excited because as you guys can see, we have a guest.
Hey guys.
And also, we're not in the house anymore, we're in a studio, so making big moves.
She's making big moves. Start from the bottom.
Stop. But yeah, so basically I wanted to do something new for our third birthday. I'm not sure if you guys know, but yesterday was actually our third birthday. Yeah, 3 years of Lost in the 21st Century. I'm really shocked that it's been 3 years, and obviously we're going to be more consistent this year, and that's our goal. But as you guys can tell by today's title is going to be on social media expectations, and I'm really, really excited to talk about this topic with my friend Pipelore. Pipelore, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Pipelore. I've been an avid listener of Lost in the 21st Century since I first met Akugo at uni. Both go to the same uni. I study medicine.
Yeah, she's a medic babe, guys. Wipe her up.
Yeah.
Wipe her.
But yeah, and I think Akugo just thought of me as for this topic because we're both very social butterflies, and we like to talk to lots of different people. Once you see us two together, we're going around the room. Yeah, we talk to every single person. And
I feel like we're very talkative when we're together.
Literally, and that's just how life should be. There's 8 billion people. Is it 8 billion?
Yeah, I guess
billion people in the world. Yeah. And why should I confine myself to only knowing
one person when you can know loads of people
that have different experiences in life and could influence you in any way? It's exciting.
Well, I like what you said because I feel like I have a very different types of groups of friends. All my friends are very different, very unique to themselves. I don't have a specific type of friend. I consider myself in secondary school. I consider myself to be one of those
the
people.
Floaters.
Yeah.
Those were the OG type of people. I look back and I'm like, yeah, they really had it good.
Because I just didn't really I didn't associate with one group.
And then everyone liked you.
Yeah, I was kind of everyone. I mean, if there's anyone that dislikes me, I'm sorry.
That's their own.
But at the time, I'm pretty sure everyone liked me. So I don't have any bad
How many different groups of friends did you say you have?
I would say close friends, maybe 3 different groups. Yeah.
Have you ever mixed them?
No.
Really?
I don't think I'm ever gonna.
Yeah, because I was even thinking you haven't. I think I know that Amara is your friend. Yeah. So I know that that's another group. Yeah. With the podcast, but then I was like, I never see.
No, I don't know. Okay, there's one group that Amara and I are friends with, and we could go together, and that's calm because we all went to secondary school. And then obviously my uni friends and my friends back from secondary school, and I think if I was to put them in the same room, it would just be a completely different vibe. That's what I think. So, I mean, Amara has been with people that I've been friends at uni with, so she's calm with being friends with them, and I bet some of my closest friends from back home would also be close with people like you at uni. So yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. It's quite a sticky one still. But yeah, as you guys can tell by the title, today's topic is going to be about social media expectations. And to start off with today's episode, I really just wanted to I really wanted to just have a little bit of an icebreaker, would you rathers. What do you think? Do you like Would You Rathers?
I love Would You Rathers. All my friends know I'm someone that would just think of a game and let's say, guys, let's do a little game. Let's just play a little Would You Rather. And then I just search up the questions because it's very long.
Yeah, it is very long. It's very long. To come up with the questions is quite long, especially for podcasts. It's very draining. But to start off with the first question, would you rather have a perfect life on social media but struggle with personal challenges offline, or have a flawed but genuine life on offline while maintaining a modest social media presence?
I think I kind of already do the latter, so I feel like I would go with the second option.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of perks for going with the first option, especially in today's society, where like you can literally make money from having so many followers, having all this influence and
meeting
just
new people as well.
meeting new people literally, and just being there. So a lot of people just do the first one and think it's like how to live life literally, but really and truly we only have one life, and if you're just like lying about it and not being true to yourself, what is really the point of that life of yours? So I think it's just a lot better to be genuine and not having to like have a facade like every single day of your life.
Yeah,
that gets draining.
I feel like for me it's like 50-50. Like I feel like having like my life on social media, I would say is not very different, but like it's still the same. But I don't try to make it perfect. I just try and make it like what it is in real life, but I don't force it to be what it isn't. Do you get me? And like right now, I feel like outside of social media, I would rather have genuine friends rather than like living a fake life off social media. I really don't understand how celebrities do it, because some of them have like two different lives where social media sees one side, but behind closed doors they're suffering with something else. Personally, I don't know how I can hide the two and also control having two separate lives, if you get what I'm saying.
Literally, I think I'd go mad. Like
I would go crazy. I don't know, like I feel like it would drive me to the extreme, because I don't know what exactly I should be doing on social media that would make people happy. Would you rather receive validation and attention from strangers on social media, or have strong and meaningful connections with a few close friends in real life? I feel like that kind of goes with the first question. But what do you think?
But let's be honest now, we all like a little bit of attention.
Yeah.
Like we all love a little, hey, you're beautiful. Like even today, I just came out of my house and I got, you have beautiful skin.
She does. Guys, if you see the way her face is glowing right now, you look stunning.
Thank you,
You
babe.
look stunning.
That obviously gives you a boost of confidence. Like humans in general, we always seek like love and social connection. So I think that there's a little bit of yes, I want that in the first one, but the second one is obviously the best possible outcome in your life. Like, say it again, what was the second part?
Have strong and meaningful connections with a few close friends in real life.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's better to know the friends that you can
Trust.
you can trust, that are loyal to you, that you can call in times of actual need, instead of just like, do you think you could call Charlie that just said you look nice about something that you're crying about? Like, you can't.
It's like with like all these celebrities, like mainly athletes as well. You know, like maybe they're looking for a partner, and then they can't find anything genuine, because everyone that's looking for them are the ones that want them for the money and want them for the fame. Whereas like they could have a much genuine relationship outside of social media with someone that doesn't even know much about them, because they don't care about the money.
But then, like you said, it ties into the first. How do you find those genuine people?
I feel like like you can find fake people even without social media.
It's ridiculous. Like us that are social butterflies, I guess. That the few friends, that's where I'm just a bit like, because it's nice to have. You can have your close few friends, that's fine. But then I like talking to lots of different people, having connections with lots of different people.
I don't just stick myself to one group. I just like to socialise.
And when you now socialise, what if now you're talking to someone, you think they could be genuine, go out for drinks with them, do this, do that, and then they're like...
They're chatting shit. Yeah. It happens though, unfortunately, even on and that's not to say on social media you can't find genuine relationships, because on social media you can find real people that can become one of your closest friends as well.
But I think that's a lot harder on
social media. Yeah,
it's a lot harder, especially in our day and age. I feel like there's that whole beggish mentality, especially with London. I think like
I get what you mean. Like
someone just pops up to you on DM and says,
true,
"Hey, I think I really like your vibe.
Like your photos are giving me the aesthetic that I kind of want for my friendship group." That type of thing. It's like they know what they like about you, and so they want to be friends. But like it might not be the same vibe when you guys meet in person. Because everyone puts their fake personalities on.
What do you think about that? Would you ever do that?
Well, like
pop up to someone.
I used to do that when I was younger, but not anymore. Like when I was younger, you would just analyze people's posts and you just see like, oh, they go out, they have lots of friends, they go to parties. This is the type of vibe that I want to be friends with. But obviously, I don't know what they're like behind closed doors, behind social media. But of course, with those like with what I've seen from their social media page, it will make me want to like pop up to their page and be like, yo, like you seem like an interesting person, blah blah blah, like blah blah blah, get to know them.
Literally, but I don't see the harm in it, to be honest. I feel like we should be doing stuff like that, like because it's very hard these days to make new friends, to be honest, especially if you're not sociable. Like,
true.
So I always like what's it called? Welcome those type of messages, and I've even asked a couple people. Well, obviously now there's even that primary, general, and request section of messages.
Of Instagram.
There's one girl I literally followed. We met at the club, and then I saw her account a few months later, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I remember we met at the club, blah blah." And I'm still undelivered.
She didn't.
But that's probably because she just hasn't seen the message, because it's in general or this rubbish.
The different segregated DM section. Yeah.
I don't see
that's
the point
crazy.
of that.
I only have that for the podcast, but mine is specifically for like everyone that listens is one section, and then everyone that like what do you call it, guests that I want to have is on one section as well. But on my actual my actual personal Instagram, I don't have that. Everyone just comes up on my, is it general? Is general or primary? I don't know which one's which, but like whichever one, they all come under that one. But would you rather have a partner who is highly expressive and affectionate in public, or a partner who prefers to keep displays of affection private and intimate? I feel like this is fun.
This is really interesting. Because I love my PDA.
Yeah.
But then if you're only affectionate in public and I'm not receiving anything at home, then I don't want that. I don't want it.
I get what you mean.
I don't want it.
Or what if you say it's the reverse? Like, like the question says, like, what if it's like no, like PDA outside, but PDA indoors? No, not PDA indoors. What would I prefer? Public affection indoors.
You go first. What would you prefer?
I don't know. I feel like PDA is nice outside, but to a certain extent, like not to the point where you're snogging.
But it's not just PDA. It says gifts.
Yeah, public. Oh yeah, public display of affection. But the first thing that comes to my mind is PDA. What do you think?
That is the first thing that comes to my mind. But also, like, just doing...
It depends. I feel like if you're doing it publicly, are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for other people to know that you're doing it publicly? It's like doing proposals in public.
It's true.
Like,
I like them though.
Really?
I don't like them in big, like, don't go, my future husband, let me get a flash mob, and I don't need all of that, but a cute little dinner, a nice little round of applause from people. I like that.
I don't mind. But let's say it's like something very public. I can't think off the top of my head. Let's say, actually, let's say you're walking
at a concert.
Yeah, at a concert's not that bad though.
You don't think so?
It depends who it is. Like if it's like Beyonce, then I'm not complaining.
Someone actually did it.
Yeah, I know, but like I wouldn't complain. Like I feel like that's so memorable, especially because it's Beyonce. But if it was like some like,
what about when people done it on Britain's Got Talent?
I wouldn't know how to feel about that. Can I? I don't know. Like I don't know how to feel about it.
So there's none of that. Actually, yeah. I think my answer is the latter,
in
indoors.
private,
because you don't need all of that.
You don't. I don't.
You don't need all of that.
I feel like I don't need to prove to anyone outside anyway that we're in a relationship and certain things are being done. Like if this is being done in private, then I'm more than happy for that to be the situation. Not everyone needs to know my situation, because at the end of the day, evil eye is real. So I'd rather just keep things on the low and then you know, shock people. I like surprising people, to be honest. Like, imagine one
Being
day, like,
mysterious
you don't, yeah, like,
just like,
in 1 year time, I'll be like, yeah, I'm married, guys. But none of them saw
I'm even thinking engaged. You're saying married. You get
not,
married. Hey.
Not now. I don't mean it literally, but I'm explaining, obviously. But for myself personally, I feel like certain things should be done behind closed doors rather than publicly. I feel like people that do it publicly, this is not a message to anyone that does it publicly, but I'm saying, like, if you do it publicly, I feel like it sends a message that maybe some things you might do, but then, like you said, maybe you don't get the same reciprocation when you guys are back at home. It's just for, well, clout, maybe, who knows. Would you rather have a partner who constantly surprises you with grand gestures, or a partner who consistently shows small acts of kindness and thoughtfulness?
I'm Nigerian.
Please.
I love my gifts, and grand gestures are thoughtful as well, though.
Yeah. Well, like,
I think it's the same answer.
What if you did it for the sake of doing it? Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the same answer.
Yeah.
The small acts of kindness and thoughtfulness, because I love thoughtfulness.
Thoughtfulness is so nice.
It's
like they
love
give you
it.
something and they're like, yeah, it made me think about it.
I feel like that's my love language. Like,
yeah.
that should be one of those 5 love languages, thoughtfulness. Because it's like, you actually thought of me, like I'm just out in the day, and
even if it's something so small, like flowers or like earrings or like,
you know, we both liked this same sweet or something, and you were in the shops and you know you're about to see me, and you just thought to bring the sweet.
Exactly. Rather than, like, I know certain people might like the idea of, like, their man bringing them, like, a Pandora ring randomly one day. But, like, what was the meaning behind it?
That's true.
Did you just do it, it's because it's expensive and I want to shower her with gifts? Like, it's like getting gifts every day, and then you start to lose meaning of the gifts.
Literally.
Like, I'd rather not receive gifts all the time, but whenever I do, it
do
feels
something
special.
that shows you know me.
Yeah, exactly. The next one is going to be, would you rather have access to filters that make you look flawless in all your photos, but never meet the expectations they create in real life, or have unfiltered photos that reflect your true appearance but receive less validation online?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be, I wouldn't want to be called a catfish, so it would have to be the second one. But like, then, I'm just battling that whole thought of receiving validation. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't live to receive validation, especially online. But then, that's just literally how the world is.
Because without social media, where are you going to seek your validation from? Like, you're nothing without...
your mum, your dad.
It's crazy. Like, who would you seek it from when there's no social media? Then you become insecure.
But that's how life was before.
Yeah, but...
And that's what we kind of need to go back on. And I love the fact that a lot of people these days were not using filters anymore. People are doing, like, the no filter stance.
That's what I've started doing, like, since maybe last year, like the start of 2022. Because I realised that, well, we'll get into this later in the episode, but filters is a very, like, you know, it sends negative messages. It's not always good for you to use. I personally don't like using filters anymore, because I feel like whenever I look back at those photos, I feel like I don't look good now.
Literally. And then just looking, like, like the first part, it said that you just literally won't meet the expectation in real life. Like, you yourself are then going to feel like, oh, wow, I can't even live up to the image that I've created.
Yeah.
Then you're going to, the anxiety, the pressure, it's just going to be too much. You're going to be wearing makeup every day to look like a filter that's not real.
True. I had a situation like that one time, in, like, it was back in 2021. You know, like when you're in a talking stage with someone, and it's like those photos were me with filters, and at that time that was what made me feel confident. But I shouldn't have relied on filters. And
literally,
I realized if I was ever gonna meet this person, I probably wouldn't look the same, and I don't ever want to be called a catfish. So I told myself, you know what? From now on, just for my own self, because I don't want to be seen as someone that I'm not, I'm gonna try and reduce the amount of times I like wear filters on my photos so that people don't think like I look like a different person. Because I've always battled with the thought that, oh my god, do I look like a catfish in this photo? Do I look a catfish in
you
that
don't,
photo?
by the way.
No, please. It makes me nervous though, because I'm thinking like, what if other people do think that? Do you get me?
No, I make sure like whenever I'm talking to someone as well, especially these days, I just always show some with makeup, some with my natural hair without makeup, like, and like I try and have like an earliest face, like as early as possible, a FaceTime and just my true natural form.
That's such a good idea.
Bro, I was on FaceTime with one guy and I was literally washing my hair, doing the whole detangling
like
service.
you're natural, but you're in a natural element.
Literally,
like, if you can't get used to me, yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like that's something I've also gotten used to as well with my own boyfriend. Like, even not wearing my wig around him, like that was something I used to be so insecure about when he was in the room. But like now, I just like I could yank it off and just be like, yeah, calm. Like I'm confident with how I feel.
The purest form of love.
Exactly. As long if you love me with my wig on, then you will love me without my wig on. Like, nothing should change when the wig is on.
There's one girl on TikTok, and I think she like when she takes off her makeup, when she takes off her wig, she looks completely different. Like
yeah.
And you'll just laugh. And when she puts it on, I'm just like, what? But she's natural. Her man loves her. Her man could talk to her whichever way she looks and everything. She's just showing and showcasing that your man should love you regardless of what.
Exactly. Which is why I really appreciate my boyfriend. Shout out to my boyfriend, because like I don't know what I would do without a boyfriend that like says that he doesn't like something.
Can you imagine?
Me, or he expects me to dress a certain way. Like I wouldn't know what to do in that situation.
Sure.
But unfortunately, that's the reality.
That's another topic in
itself. Yeah. Would you rather have a highly skilled makeup artist to enhance your appearance for special occasions but feel uncomfortable and less confident without makeup in everyday life, or have a natural minimalistic look that reflects your true self in all situations? Do you want me to go first?
No, I have my answer still.
Okay, go on. Go on.
Mine's the first one.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I've been trying to be on the good side of these other questions, but bro, it's your birthday. Turn up.
True.
My wedding. I'm not doing minimalist. Minimalistic where?
I feel like I want to, because I think like my kids would be like, oh my god, mum looks so pretty, but at least I don't look different. Do you get me?
Yeah, it's not It's not birthday. The birthday
I know what
makeup with, what's it called? Glittery eyeshadow and everything. No, but I want to enhance my features. I want to look the best I can possibly look. So yeah, I'll do that a couple times in my life. I literally just did sneeze.
It was coming. I was trying to hold it in. I was like, let me not.
Mine is like a whole body sneeze. I can't just
jitters. I don't know. But I get what you mean. Like I remember back in 2016, was it 2018 actually, when it was prom. You know, it was year 11.
Yeah. What did you do for that?
My aunt did my makeup for me, and when I will probably insert the photo in this year, but I feel like I looked very different, and like at the time it looked nice, but I knew I felt uncomfortable because like my lipstick especially was like coming off through the day, and I didn't have like a lipstick to top it off during the day. Whereas now I don't wear things that will like, I don't need to worry about if my eyeshadow is still on, if my lipstick is still on. Like all I do now is just a simple routine. Like it's just concealer under the eyes, blusher on my nose and my cheeks, mascara, and my eyebrows, and my lip balm. It's so simple that I'm comfortable. Like I don't feel like I have to get a lot of makeup products just in order to.
And then keep trying to recreate that. Yeah. That's understandable.
And I feel like it's good for my skin, not having
and your
too
skin?
much. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Stop. But do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But then, yeah, that's everyday life. But aren't there times when you just want to, you know,
I know, like,
glam up,
for special occasions? I know, but like, I just feel like it's like me wearing a tight dress or tight trousers. Like, I'd rather be comfortable than uncomfortable.
Fair enough.
No.
I hear it.
Okay.
But not me, y'all.
I know. I knew you're gonna stick to your side, but it's calm. Like, it's fine.
Gonna agree to disagree on that one.
But I mean, everyone's different.
It's true.
Whatever makes you happy. Like,
literally.
Yeah.
Like I understand that you will feel uncomfortable. I will feel uncomfortable because I know I can't recreate this look. Yeah. The last time I got for my birthday, I got my makeup done. I guess you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one I was like, I don't want to take this off, bro. I had that makeup on 2 days.
Get out.
No, but that was because I was going back to uni, so I didn't have time to take it off, and I also just didn't want to take it off.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
You know when you did your ponytail?
Yeah, I didn't want to take it off.
Yeah, oh my god, you slit back your hair and everything. She looked fine. She looked so good. And it's like the media versus, what is it? Reality? No, expectations versus reality. Literally. And your hair looked nice, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was until you had to take it off. It went viral on TikTok. Until you had to take it off, it was just a different story. Like, no, and the thing is, I've never seen anyone post that on TikTok. I've never seen anyone say
the actual reality of taking it out. Yeah, that
so when you posted it, I was like, what? I was like, no way this actually happened. Yeah, brought sisters out and everything. Bro. It wasn't even a 1-man job. It was like
was free 4-man job, 4-man job to take it out. Bro. And then you're there thinking, is there a ball spot? Bro, they tried to say to me there was the one thing that all hell was going to break loose if a ball spot creative. Please. But my God is greater.
Yeah, I would have cried, honestly, because my hair journey it's been a tough ride. It's actually been hard, but
2018 natural, guys.
What? Crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Okay, last would you rather. We're gonna be wrapping the would you rathers now. Mm-hmm. Would you rather follow social media accounts that share raw and unfiltered moments of everyday life, including the messy and the less glamorous aspects, or accounts that present an idealized and carefully curated version of reality?
Definitely the first one.
Same.
Definitely. I think a lot of these days, you know, back in the day when we used to even care about how many following you have, like it can't be higher than the amount of followers you have.
I'm not sure if you ever like posted that celebration post after 100 followers in like year 7. Once people hit 100 followers, they were like, Vicky for 100.
You're on 100 followers, but your following can't be higher than what your followers is. Bro, I've given that. I don't know if there's people that still do that, or if that's not a thing anymore, but
I feel like I look guilty.
I gave that up. I
don't do it.
If I see anything that I'm like, wow, I can really learn more about this, or wow, this is really showing me how this happens in this life, like, I'm a follow.
That reminds me of the days when I first got TikTok, where I just used to follow whoever I liked, and I ended up having like, what was it, like 6,000 followers on TikTok.
With what, 30 followers?
Yeah. Literally, I would just follow anyone because I like their content.
Literally, and that's how it should be.
But like, yeah, exactly, it should be like that, because you don't worry about like how many followers you have. If there's content that you like, just follow it. Like, nobody's touching you.
Literally.
But
and then it's good to actually have content and be seeing content, because it's very true. Your mind works on what you see every day. It looks at what you see constantly, and if you're only seeing these things that are actually fake but you think they're real, you're now trying to think, oh, I need to live up to them. I need to live up to that. Little do you know they're fake. Word. It's a standard that you can't even reach. They can't even maintain.
Yeah, because they have to force it.
They have to force, so they can't even maintain. So imagine you driving yourself crazy over something that's not even real. Like, you might as well just continue with the real life, real uncensored type of content that you are experiencing and you can relate to. That's why a lot of these big brands, these big companies are doing all these ambassadors and stuff like that, because they know that instead of making all these adverts that was of the perfect thing, that doesn't sell anymore. You have to get people that are like you, that you can relate, that you are seeing in real life and that are real, to then sell you those products. That's why ambassadors are going clear these days.
But that's the end of the Would You Rathers. So
that was a great segment.
For you guys that are sitting at home or doing whatever you're doing, like maybe going to work or whatever, I have a couple questions before we start today's topic. The first one is going to be the poll question. So how often do you feel pressured to portray a perfect or idealized version of yourself on social media? And there's 4 answers: frequently, occasionally, rarely, or never. So you guys can answer that. If you're on Spotify, you can scroll through, or you can answer it if you're watching it on YouTube, you can answer that in the comment section. And then also for the Q&A question, it is, in your opinion, what are some of the most unrealistic expectations that social media often promotes, particularly in terms of appearance, lifestyle, and relationships? Again, if you're listening on Spotify or on YouTube, you can answer these questions. Unfortunately, all the other platforms apparently don't have this same Q&A section. But if you guys are able to do that, that would mean the world to me. Before we start, I'm going to read out some requests that were sent by the listeners yesterday, because I said to them, like, what do you guys want me to talk about? And some of them said stuff that I had already mentioned.
Okay.
So the first one was constantly posting the ups and downs, but barely seeing someone's, like, realist moments. So constantly seeing their ups, but not their downs.
Okay, but not their downs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when shit hit the rocks, as they say. Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I think even celebrities have noticed that people need to see that you're actually a human. You're a person. But I think in terms of just normal life, that's kind of why I feel like not that specifically, but my thing of like not being on social media anymore, kind of just not posting on Snap and stuff like that is like, why am I actually posting? Like, why am I posting that I'm here?
Who are you posting it for?
Who am I posting for? If I'm not going to post, like, when I'm just lying in bed doing nothing and feeling like shit, why am I going to post these really nice, amazing times? Like,
kind of reminds me of when I was younger. I used to post, like, specifically, because, on, like, let's say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you're, like, 16, 17, 18, and you have that specific person on, like, your private story that you're trying to impress, and you post something so that they can,
People still do that now, child. That private story be...
Yeah.
But there's a couple people with, like, 10 private stories with only
or, like,
2
a
people
private story
inside.
dedicated just to them. But, like, that's what happens. That's the reality. Like, people do that because they want to impress someone else, and unfortunately, that shouldn't be the case. You should just be impressing yourself, really.
But even when you do try and post the downs, like, do people really care like that? Like, more time when you post a nice picture of yourself on Snapchat, you get, like, a couple compliments, couple likes, blah, blah, blah. But now if you now say, feeling like shit, can you swear? I feel like shit today. They're just like, okay, everyone feels like shit. No one's going to really pop up to that. And it's like, and then there's that whole other concept.
I feel like in the sense, like, let's say you were going through something and you posted it on your Snapchat, and I saw it, I would probably, and I didn't know that you were in the same situation, but I'm low-key in that same situation. I'll pop up and be like, bro, you and me both, yeah. Like, at least I know that there's someone out there. Because at the same time, one thing that we have to remember is that when we're going through a rough time, it's not just us going through that rough time. So many other people are going through the same exact thing as we're going through, or if not worse.
So that's a positive of social media, because it shows that there's so many people that are actually going through it as well.
Kind of reminds me of the days, like, when I had to repeat sixth form. I remember, like, I thought I was the only one repeating sixth form. But then I realised that, other people do repeat sixth form. Like, I'm not the only one in the world that's repeated it. Because at the time I was so upset, but I grew to understand that, I'm not the only one by myself. And there was other people on social media saying that they were probably in the same situation. So it made me feel a bit better than myself.
Definitely.
Another one was opinions on people who self-tan, how there is a stigma with bleaching skin, but not for tanning.
As in, there should be a stigma.
Yeah.
For tanning. I kind of think there is. Personally, I'm like, why? I don't get it.
What, why tan?
Yeah. Like, I think, especially it's been part of like the Caucasian culture, like that's something white people do to just kind of look a little, what do they say? Look a bit foreign.
Oh, exotic.
They try and look exotic, that's the word. But I'm like, bro, but you're not.
I can understand it.
You're not there.
So, like, I can understand because I remember back in like secondary school, so many people used to tan, and it was just one of those things that we had to like adjust to. Like, it was very, because obviously we don't tan at home, but apparently we could tan, you know, like
definitely I've tan. Oh, as in we can tan to even out our skin.
Yeah, like I didn't, because like for me personally, I've got very like would I say patchy skin or like very uneven skin tones. Yeah. And so I can understand why some people would want to do that, because I'm not like, I get it. Do you get me? It's also, it could be an insecurity.
But then even that is a temporary solution. It's not permanent.
It's not permanent, exactly. And is it good for your skin at the end of the day? Even like bleaching as well. Bleaching is not good for your skin. Wouldn't recommend it at all. All the aunties back in the day were bleaching their skin, and you could tell because their hand colours was very different from what their face were looking like. Bobrisky, for example.
That's why he still sells it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bro, I just could never persuade anyone to even bleach their skin. That's some level of self-hate.
Self-tanning, I personally wouldn't recommend. I don't see the need for it. Maybe if it's just like an occasion, like I said, because I said like you want to look your best self, you want to enhance yourself, like for the occasion I'd understand, but for it to become part of your normal routine, that's not you anymore. Like, at least, and if it's something that you actually now want to work on because you have uneven skin, then looking for a permanent, more healthy solution than actual self-tan. So I think there is still a stigma there. I feel like, because it's normalized because of like white people, but especially for black skin, I don't think that's something that we should try and delve into.
No, I agree. I mean, if it helps, like, obviously no one's saying that you can't do it, but it's like there's a line. Because again, some people do it to the extreme where they actually look like a complete different race. But I can understand if you're trying to make it. But it's actually scary though. The ones that do it to maybe like almost look as if they're black or almost look as if they're mixed races. Look-y very scary.
Because then that also just started as, I'm just going to do it on good occasions. But then you end up liking that more than yourself.
And it becomes an addiction. You can't live without tanning. It's like living without eyelashes. Once you start, you can't stop.
Right.
Yeah. The next one is, how can celebs get into fake relationships for media? That's an interesting one. Like,
what was the question you asked?
Oh, I didn't ask. The question I said was, when I asked people to put the answers, I said, do you have any questions you'd like me to answer as I'm recording for the episode tomorrow? And I said, insert questions and ideas here. And someone wants me to talk about fake relationships for media. Which I guess like it's funny because, you know, even sometimes there's like couples that have already broken up, but because of the content they stay together. Yeah, exactly. They stay together.
I feel like I'm quite naive. I really just can't believe that really happens.
Yeah, same. Like, I don't really care that it happens, but once I find out, I find it so weird.
Yeah.
Like, they were moving as if like they were fine.
Literally, I don't care. It's just like, raw, you can really lie like that.
It's very scary. It reminds me of like when everyone as well. This question came up, the first couple that came to my mind was Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Is it?
Because
they were fake.
They weren't fake, but everyone thought they were fake because like they couldn't imagine the two together. And it was especially after their song came out, and it was just literally out of the blue. Like, the song was like the two of them, but people thought that they were doing it for paparazzi, you know, for clout. Also with like Zendaya and Tom Holland.
You think it could be fake?
I don't think it's fake, but people said it online. Like, people were saying like, oh, this is fake, like they're doing this for clout just to promote Spider-Man, because this was after Spider-Man came out, and I thought, well, they're a cute couple, like I genuinely don't think it's a fake relationship, but if it was to be a fake relationship, imagine if it was,
wow,
I would have been like, crazy what people do for the bag.
So now we can't believe anything.
Yeah, like what can I believe?
But then that's what that's what my parents have always been telling me. Don't believe everything you see.
Yeah.
So that's why you should just see things at face value and have that thought in your mind, especially when you go on social media.
It's
just be careful.
The last couple I had in mind as well is Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet.
No, I don't even know this Timothy.
I don't know. He's in I can't even remember what TV shows or movies he's in again. But he's like not Kylie's type, and like not her usual type. Do you get me? And now she's like in a relationship with him. Everyone was like, "What? Like no way."
Mine is even the opposite. Well, not the opposite, but who comes to mind is Damson.
Damson Idris.
Damson
and
Idris
his
and
what's her name? I forgot.
Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey, yeah. Oh my god! Did you see the video at Beyonce's concert?
And she's
just standing there. She doesn't even want to be there. Everyone in the comments was saying she's already ended the relationship, but he doesn't know. He's already
never know.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's so ridiculous.
That was funny. Oh my god! I could never put myself in a situation in a fake relationship. I feel like it will hurt me.
It will definitely.
It will hurt me, like
because now I'm thinking who am I meant to tell? Real. Like, and now I need to act like it's real. Like and it's then
real. That's so weird to me. I just can't, like, even in my current relationship, I can never like imagine that we've broken up and now have to pretend that we're still together.
But celebrities will do whatever they need to do for the bag. You just have to yourself know that this could be fake, so let me not put my all into this. You know, people that are diehard fans, like, never ever that when you're crying for days because the couple broke up that don't even know you.
I can't remember, there was this YouTube couple that I used to watch when I was younger. But the husband, boyfriend, he never really proposed, but he used to always cheat on her. I'm not sure if you know them. I'll probably look for them and insert a photo. But they were a cute couple. Everyone thought they were perfect. And it's funny because that's the side of social media you see. But behind closed doors, one of the partners cheating, or like they're in debt or something, or like, I don't know, like they're hiding something, but we just don't see it. So whenever those news come out to us, we're like, whoa, like I never expected that to happen. He seems like a genuine person.
What do you think of them couple channels? Do you think they should be done or not?
I don't think they should, to be honest. I feel like just keep it to yourselves. Honestly, like, it's probably even best for you guys, because at the end of the day, evil eye again, people are waiting for your downfall. There might be someone that likes your boyfriend, and they're waiting for you guys to break up so they can have him. They're praying so they can have your man.
I think it starts off really innocent, and then as the clout comes, everything. I think that's why it's just good to just stay honest.
Yeah, stay true to yourself.
If you now know that you're going to do a YouTube channel with your partner, now, unfortunately, your shit's just everywhere. So everyone you kind of have to keep that up. You have to tell them what's going on.
And it's like you can't really do what you need to do in a healthy way if things were behind closed doors. Literally. Like, if what you guys needed was a break, maybe that's easier to do without social media. But the couples that are on social media, maybe it's harder to take a break. But then
people are, I think the problem they then do is that they don't realise that people are human. They will understand if you now need to say, I need to take a break. Like, look at Kayla Nicole. I really respect her for my God, posting. I was shocked about that. Yeah, I was shocked. And
but then again, like, she's I feel like she's doing it for the right reasons. But that's for like, maybe they're not in love anymore.
I really respect her for even saying it, because she knows she's in the public eye. Yeah.
I think it's the funny thing is the way she said it. I can't remember how she said it, but she was like, divorce. Yeah.
I did. A divorce or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
That's just how she is.
And then I respect it.
It was that like controversy with her giving the dad the kids. Like, what's anyone's business?
Yeah, like let her do what she needs to do.
Yeah, it's
like,
not usually what conventionally happens, but
maybe it's what works best for her.
Literally,
because she's been off social media,
and she's also the one that's. Well, I feel like she's a breadwinner, so I'm sure she's the one that's always going in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
And it's the dad that might be the stay-at-home person or the person that's being seen all the time by the kids. Yeah. So it just makes more sense.
Next one is fake lifestyle, which we will talk about in more detail. But that could be like clothes, keeping up a lifestyle that is unattainable, unrealistic, out of your means. Like, I've not falling into it, but I find myself falling into it. Yeah. Because, like, I feel like sometimes I catch myself comparing my lifestyle to others and I'm thinking, that should be me right there. But then I have to hold myself and be like, Hugo, it's not your time. Like, it will happen, but not now. Like, in God's time.
God's time.
I can't force it. What's meant to be will be. Next one is social media beauty expectations and fake relationships and catfishing. I'm going to skip into the topic now.
Okay.
And we're going to start off with social media presence is no longer unique. And I think with social media, everyone is starting to act the same, behave the same, do the same thing, look the same. Like, there's so many memes going around with people saying that they go out with their outfit and then they see someone else wearing the same exact outfit. Do you know how bad that is?
It's very scary.
Like, my outfit currently is so easy for someone to copy and so easy for me to bump into someone wearing the same outfit. Whereas yours, it's unlikely you will see someone wearing the same outfit as yours because you're unique to your style.
That's the thing, and I think it's just. But even then, now people have realised that they try and be as unique as they can, and then they still copy those unique styles. Even that, I'm like, go for it, because just be as unique. You trying to be as unique as you can, even if it doesn't work. At least no one on this station.
As long as you're happy.
If you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it, because I love that thing.
I feel like, if it doesn't make sense to me, explain it. Because then...
you want them to explain it to you.
Exactly. Explain it. Like, why did you match this so-and-so an outfit? So I can understand and appreciate it.
True, yes. There is an art in appreciating someone's thought process.
Because it's like at uni. Like, I don't know why you did it that way. But explain to me and I'll understand, and then I'll see the vision.
It's true.
I will understand why you dressed that way, why you put... mix and match, blah blah blah.
But then, what about you? Do you think you could step into that step out of that comfort zone and do that? Because if they now explain to you, I did this because blah blah blah. What about the next time you dress up? Do you think, you know what? Let me just put on a kilt.
I mean, let me put a kilt on top of. I think I would learn first.
Maybe wear a skirt as a top.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it in the comfort of my own home, and then maybe post it on my private story and down the street, and then run home. I don't have the confidence to do that. I'll be too scared. Honestly, I'll be too scared. But
that's the thing. Why is there that fear? We need to acknowledge
fear of judgment, and that's a really bad thing. But people are scared of being judged,
and then that word shame.
Exactly, but that's why people use filters and plastic surgery, because maybe they're feeling a certain way about themselves that people think that they care about, but when in fact nobody really cares.
But then I even want to highlight that shame,
yeah.
Now that we now know, okay, a lot of us will walk around and we'll all wear the same stuff. What really is wrong with that? Because it's not technically our fault that we're all on social media. We're all looking at the same type of stuff. There are a finite number, even though there's lots of shops, it's still a finite number of shops that are really accessible. Yes, you can go, if you have the money, you can go and find one off-branded place that no one has heard of, and then you know that but... come on, is it really that deep?
No, I get what you mean. I feel like it's because of trends and
so now to fit in within they're saying that it's shameful to now see someone wearing the same outfit as you, but why? It's common. Can't even judge them. It's common.
Yeah. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna screw someone that I see wearing the same outfit as me. I'm probably gonna be like slay queen because I slayed too.
That's the thing. You just have to be confident in yourself that you wore it nice.
Yeah. And plus, we're not going to have the exact same outfit. Maybe it's the same color scheme.
We look different,
but we're still unique in our own way. But I feel like when it comes to trends, it's funny when it comes to like clothing and makeup because like do things that suit you, not because it suits everyone else.
That's the thing.
Like I'm not gonna wear streetwear because I think it looks good on everyone else, but it might not look good on me. But I want to wear it because it's trending. It's kind of like the same with like UK black girl makeup or like the birthday makeup like we were talking about. Like, you know, the whole UK black girl trend. It's like you feel like because you're a black girl you have to dress a certain way or wear makeup a certain way, but you don't have to because that might not be the right look for you. You might want to do no makeup and maybe wear, I don't know. You know them black girls that do cottagecore? Maybe that's your vibe.
What's cottagecore?
Cottagecore is like you wear flowery like cottage style type of dressing. Do you get me?
Like those tweed outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of like Bridgerton vibes, but like a bit more sophisticated and like modern. Yeah, and like I was saying, the UK black girl makeup only fits certain types of black girls. Like I don't think it will suit me, but I feel like it's nice, and I feel like girls that do follow it feel like they have to behave a certain way because they look a certain way, and therefore their attitude or their behavior has to align with the.
And then it's also now there's no harm in trying out that aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
No one, it's your own life. You can try it out, but then now that you've started that aesthetic, why are you now putting down other aesthetics?
Yeah, but like people doing other things.
You were just wearing that last week.
Like I don't have to follow the crowd in order to fit in. Like I could wear whatever I want to wear as long as I'm comfortable. I'm happy, mate. I'm chilling. Like I'm not gonna wear something that I'm not.
Literally.
Like I don't know. There's certain things I just won't wear because I'm not comfortable. Like mini skirts. Some people might like it. Personally, me, if I bend over, it's over.
Nash is gnashing.
Yeah, like I can't.
Where the fruit set?
Yeah, where the fruit set? But I can't do that to myself because like it's not good.
I feel like personally, I kind of like dabble in lots of different things. You know,
she's got good fashion, guys. You know what? I should call her model, honestly, because your fashion is so good. It's like you have a stylist that dresses you up every day.
Damn. Yeah. I wish.
Even when I went to see at the coffee back in uni, like at a cafe place or whatever, where you ate your outfit up, I was like, oh, this is just ordinary cafe. Like, what are you doing?
No, because when I go out, I'm like, most of the time in uni, there's nothing going on. It's just a t-shirt and joggers. Yeah. But then it's like, if I know I haven't been out for a while, then I put effort in just to make myself feel good. If the sun's shining, let me just do a little something. That's
like me, I can't lie.
Literally.
Like, if the vibe is right, then I'm going to dress up.
Literally, I haven't been out for a few days now, so I'm like, and you know when you're going to a new space as well, like you never know what could happen. Because I'm also spontaneous, so I'm like, let me dress right to make sure like there's options for the whole day. Like if you're now wearing just joggers and a top, and you know you're coming to just a small little thing, but what if they say let's go for drinks afterwards? Now you're just dressed in joggers. Exactly, like, so you now need to. That's how my mind. That's how I think. I have to just be ready for everything.
Prepare yourself like to meet certain people because you never know who you're gonna bump into.
Literally.
And like for me, I've tried to like make sure that I look presentable because let's say I magically walk into a female millionaire one day and like I don't look good and I smell or like like I'm gonna be there like damn, I can't socialize with this woman. Literally. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
In my mind, just stay delusional and think that you're going to come across the love of your life. I mean, she's already taken that. Just think delusional. Think you're gonna come across the love of your life and dress how you'd want that love of your life to see you.
Be eye-catching if that's what you want.
Literally.
Like,
I like to just dabble in lots of different things. I try not to limit my like what I'm feeling like, because like you said, fashion is about just expressing yourself. Like that's why I also don't really plan the outfits type of thing. I will literally wake up and think, how am I feeling today? What I feel like, what's the sun doing?
And what am I gonna be doing? Like, am I gonna be walking, running? Like, am I gonna be sweaty?
Literally,
like, I have to put all of that into consideration to make sure that I'm comfortable.
But then now, that whole thing, because there's that whole thing of outfit of the day. Are you a fashion? Are you Mr. Put It On?
Yeah.
Like, all that thing. Like, thank you that you think I'm fashionable, but even me, I don't even want to put that label on myself because now I'm thinking, now I have to
live up to that expectation.
Bro, I have to be doing outfit of the day every day. I now need to have I'm now going on holiday soon, and that actually has been on my mind a lot because now I'm like, rah, these girls been eating.
Yeah, because
these holiday things.
Yeah, oh my god, they look so good. And I'll be thinking,
and I'm not even usually someone that really orders clothes or really thinks of what I have to wear, but I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I've been racking up. Like, I need to eat too.
No,
I need to eat the same dinner you're eating.
Just to look as good. Like, but why? Like,
why?
Exactly. There's no need to feel that way.
Oh,
bro, I get what you mean. But like, kind of like how you were saying, like with holidays as well, like the expectations of living a certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like you feel under pressure to live a certain way that maybe isn't under your means?
Definitely. As you were saying earlier, it's like, it just goes back to social media. You're always kind of unconsciously comparing what you're doing and what everyone else is doing, and it's really bad for our mental health. It's like, and it's the fact that you're not doing it on purpose. You're literally, it's happening in your mind, and it's making you take different actions. It's making you make different choices without knowing that this is why you're making that choice. So like, for instance, me now, I'm like, I don't know where I am at now in life because I'm like, oh, there's lots of people, because we're the same age, and like you said, you had to redo sixth form. I took a gap year, and then I also did foundation year. So now we're both in first year.
Yeah,
our peers are graduating.
Yeah, and like you kind of feel left behind.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, what am I meant to be doing? There's people that are doing businesses and making money easily to then maintain this lifestyle that we're all seeing on social media. Now you're trying to live up to it, and
whilst having education,
because we're not even deep in like art, architecture, medicine. These are some hefty subjects. And I feel like, especially this year, and I had to really take a step back and actually just think to myself, what are you actually doing? Because I feel like this year I really just kind of got in hearts in that whole comparing thing and thinking, I have to make this money quick. I have to make money and be on that level so that people that are asking me, let's go out here, let's go to this, on this holiday, I can afford it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that is the aspect of social media that we really didn't need. We didn't need that at all. Yeah. I don't like how I'm 21 years old. There's 50-year-olds that are saying you're really young.
But at the same time, we've got so much time as well.
But we're thinking that I already need to be up.
Exactly.
And we can't help ourselves from thinking that, because there's so many people that are up at 21. But we just have to try and sit back, actually understand that, like you said, this is your own race. You're not... Careers aren't just about just like a small section of your life. A career is your whole life, and how you got to there, what you're doing, the things you're experiencing. That is what career is. That's something I heard from someone, and I was like, yeah, that's really true, because instead of just thinking of one end goal, just try and experience like where you're going, what you're doing right now at this moment. Appreciate how far you've gotten already, and you just have to live like that and take each day as it actually comes, because it's just
stress.
It's stress. Like, that's the thing. Why should we be stressed about other people's lives and
feeling like we're missing out on something when
they're not our lives? We all had different upbringings. You never know. Someone could be getting money from their parents every month, and you have that disadvantage, so you should be able to feel like it's okay. Like, I don't have that amount of money because I'm not getting paid I'm not getting money from my parents, so it's okay to be where I am right now.
And prioritize what you think you need to prioritize.
Literally.
What others might be prioritizing is not going to be the same for you. Like, if that's a holiday for them, maybe it's not a holiday for you. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a holiday. Or maybe your main focus is to maybe start your business this summer, or maybe not even go abroad, but maybe travel around the UK. Literally. Maybe that's your goal. Like, follow what you want to do first rather than letting others persuade you to follow how they're doing. Like, I get told all the time, like, make sure you're doing what your classmates are doing. But maybe I don't want to do that now because I've got other things like this podcast that I want to focus on because this is my priority. Literally. Rather than going on holiday. And then holiday will probably come second. Yeah. But the next one, I wanted to ask you, because I kind of forgot to add this to the first topic. What is, like, your thoughts on, like, people catfishing and editing their photos, and then also not taking accountability for catfishing and editing their photos? Like, they pretend that they haven't done anything, even plastic surgery. Like, they pretend they haven't done any of the three and deny that they look different. Like, what do you think about that?
That's the thing. I think that also is a very toxic part of social media. I think a lot of people have been allowed to look fake and to do those things and then not have the accountability that, no, you actually don't look like that. And that's where catfishing came from. Yeah. Because you're putting all of this effort to look perfect, but you don't actually look that way. And now you're confusing people that actually have looked up to your expectations, but you're not even delivering them. I think it's wrong and
it's deceitful.
Literally. Yeah. But I mean, we've all had those. I think it's a whole canon event. Yeah. It is where we literally all thought, okay, everyone's editing these editing photos. You blur out your like spots or something like that. Some people might even go for us to make their bum look a little bigger here and there. Like, yes, there's no harm in that. We all did that in part of our growing up phase and realizing it's just about then realizing that you don't need to do all of that. You don't need to do all of that because that social media that you're doing it for, it's not real. It's not real, exactly. You are your real person. Like, I just want to know what those type of people feel like or what they think when they're posting those pictures knowing it's completely edited. Yeah. Like, how is your mental health doing? Because like I know people are then saying, because social media is quite a treacherous place. People will literally say you look different. Yeah, well, they will say it in your face. People will actually say it, or if not in your face, behind your back. And if you know it's true and you're then denying it, but you know it's true, like, now you're creating a mental battle in your mind. Like you've basically is it worth it? Yeah, like, is it worth it? It's not worth it at all. Like, personally, I wouldn't even try it because, like, I know how it would make me feel, and I know in future when I look back at those edited or fake photos, you'll know it's not. It wasn't you. And then I'm gonna be like, what did I look like when I was young? What did I actually look like? Exactly. Do you get me? I think, and then plastic surgery as well. I think that was a thing that I had to really think about and was like, people have been battling insecurities for how many years of their lives. With or without social media. So I think that that's something that was just already a thing in general, and people are going to do what they want to do with their lives. It's about now thinking, first of all, the risks of that actual surgery. There's been so many people that have died, and I just don't think it's worth it. DC Young Flies. Yeah, that was tragic. Yeah, Mummy Makeover, and I feel like it's just sad that you just had 3 beautiful kids. Yeah. Why do you feel like you need? Of course, your body's going to look different because you've and no one's gonna point it out. Like, I genuinely couldn't see anything like wrong with her, and I was like, it's so sad that people see something, they pinpoint
everything that's wrong with them, and they feel like they need to change it.
That's the thing.
And then now her kids have to live without a mother, like, all because of the maybe possible insecurities that she may have had. I feel like it's unfair to the kids.
You might not even be insecure, but you just think, oh, it's just what everyone's doing. It's just what to do at this age, which goes back to the comparing.
And I wanted to say, like, also with the whole lifestyle thing, we were talking about, like, going on holiday and stuff. I'm not sure, I can't remember what it's called. Is it called Dubai Potty? But remember when people, like, you didn't know what they were doing, but they were in Dubai and they were living their best life. And then behind closed doors, they were doing something else that they shouldn't have been doing.
When African parents say nothing in this life is free. Nothing in this life is free.
Everyone go to Dubai, living a luxurious life. I was like,
how they're doing it.
Wow, I was shocked.
Would you?
No, I can't. No one can pay me anything. Not even 1 million. I can't lie. No, it's just not happening.
I might sell feet pics, I feel like.
The feet pics is fine, but getting shit on your face that is not nice.
Or shitting on someone's face.
Yeah, I'm sorry, no.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Is it worth it?
It's not worth it.
To live this lifestyle for social media. Because then, that's what I mean. Like, I get it now. Or I might allow it if now you have done that, gotten that money, use that to now set up a business, use that to now, you can go on that holiday, but you're posting it every day, like you just want to flaunt it. Like, that's why, like, these holidays I've even been to my last year, I really felt a lot more at peace than not posting it like that, or
for people.
For people, just experiencing that holiday myself with my friends and just making those memories, having those memories on my phone. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, my Instagram doesn't look as good as other people's and stuff like that. Like, they should know that I've been to these places. But then I have to sit back and think, no, that was for me.
That was for yourself. And I get that because I used to also be the same with my own personal Instagram. I'll post, but I would always ask my friends, like, what do you guys think about this photo? Is it nice? I stopped doing that, like,
literally,
like maybe like a year and more now. But I had to rely on my friends to tell me whether a photo was nice to post it. But now I just post because it makes me happy. I don't care if people don't like it. Whether I get a certain amount of likes, like, that's not my problem anymore. It's on myself. I like my Instagram page as it looks like. I was deep in it the other day, like, my Instagram posts look the same. But I don't care because, like, I love all those photos. Those photos have, like, different meanings on, like, specific days. Like, they have a deeper connection to me than rather than just a random photo of me dressed up in a random outfit.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what and I think a lot of people are doing that these days, which I love. But yeah, the porta potty, Dubai potty. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just respect to anyone who actually does it, but, like, I could never do that.
Don't let social media make you do things that you know you wouldn't necessarily want to do.
Like, if that's not something you're not comfortable with, don't force yourself to do it at all.
Especially for strangers.
Just
that's what social media is, strangers. For money, though, like, but they're using that money to just build up that lifestyle, having that Hermes bag, doing this, doing that. Like,
are you not embarrassed?
It's never that deep. Even just me, I'm now thinking, I've been battling thinking if I should get a Telfa bag or not.
Stop.
And I gave in.
You gave in? Fair enough. That's like me with, like, the
but on a good sale though. Yesterday, Selfridges was doing really good sales.
Well, that's fine. Like, as long as you're doing it in the means, like,
and it's in your means.
Like, how I go around things now is, like, I look at things and I'm like, can I buy this item, like, 2 or 3 times? And if I can, I'll buy it. But if I can't, then there's no point in me, like, it's not gonna go. Like, I had a Shein order and I was gonna purchase it, and I haven't ordered from Shein in a while. So I was like, you know what, let me just treat myself because I finished this year.
That's the thing.
And then I realised, I was like, hang on a second, like, my bank account is not as strong as I would like it to be. Let me just, like these items, like, they're gonna recreate the same ones. I'm not rushing to get them now. I'll just wait.
Trends will circle back here and there.
Literally. But because we don't have enough time, we're going to be wrapping this up very shortly. Oh, don't cry. The last topic we're going to be talking about is on relationships, and it's kind of, like, based off what life expectations is like, lifestyle expectations. And, like, being in a relationship can cause high expectations from your partner, and I've realised this even within my own relationship. Like, not that I do this, but you do find yourself, like, innocently comparing yourself to others. And that's why my boyfriend and I don't really like the TikTok side of relationships, because sometimes the TikTok side of relationships can be like, oh, is your man buying you Hermes? Is your man buying you Gucci? If he's not, then he's not your man. And you're thinking in your head, because it's got so many likes, you're thinking other girls are going through that type of lifestyle. Maybe their man is buying them trips to Dubai or buying them bags and certain things. So you're thinking, oh, my man doesn't do that. There must be something wrong. Maybe he doesn't love me. But do you get me? Like, it makes you feel bad for the things you love. But, like, I keep hearing this thing from, like, what's his name, J. Cole, where he's like, love yours. Like, you'll never love anything until you love your own. I think that's what it is. But, like, I get that, because sometimes you don't, like, just don't compare yourself to others, especially when it comes to your relationship, because it is damaging relationships. Like, do you ever find yourself in that position?
Definitely damaging relationships. I think even on a tangent, friendships, like, relationships with your friends, there's a lot of people that say, oh, does your friend having male friends and you're never paying for anything when you're around them? What if your male friends are struggling at the moment and stuff like that?
That's true.
And now you're saying that you're not a good friend because you're doing this, you're doing that.
I feel like people have to put pressure on themselves because they don't have the money to do certain things. Like, I've seen so many podcasts say, like, oh, like a man should spend like £300 on me
on a date.
On
your first date. I had to.
Why demand that?
Even me, like I said, I'm Nigerian. 419. Not 419 actually.
You say that as if I'm not Nigerian myself, but
we love money. But I had to reevaluate. Like, my first date, they don't need to do the work, because like they're also just getting to know me as well.
Exactly. I don't have any requests. Like, I don't need you to get me presents in order for me to fall in love with you. I don't need you to, like, I don't even care if I had my first date. I can't lie. Like, it wasn't something that came to mind, but it would be nice. It's not something that it's a necessity, but it would be nice. And that's what makes a true relationship, if your intentions are true. Because if your intentions are just, oh yeah, him spending money on me, like, what is the actual relationship about?
Literally. That's where the thoughtfulness comes in. Like, you want to do something because you want to do it for that person, because you know that it would make them happy.
Yeah.
I think, it's something that people need to really be aware of when they're in relationships, and actually look into themselves and think, what do I require from a relationship? Not what does social media require. And I have to just try and live up to that. Because that whole broke men thing, I think, yes, don't talk to brokies, but also people could have a great I don't know. It's hard.
I mean, you could, even if the person is broke, they're broke at the moment, but it doesn't mean they're gonna be broke forever.
And they could have a great personality, and they could have what you actually need in your life, but they're just broke, and then you're saying no. I'm
like, why would you go for someone who's toxic and doesn't offer what
but they have money?
But because they have money, you're gonna put yourself in that situation. So that's basically relationships. I think I had one more question. Let me see if I have one more. You know what? I feel like, because we don't have enough time, relationships might actually just have to be a separate, like,
it's a very big topic.
Maybe I'll get my boyfriend and I to talk about it. I think that would be vibes.
That would be very...
but guys, Pipelore did so well.
Thank you very much, guys. Well. Thank you guys for all having me on here.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Maybe many more to come.
Definitely.
I definitely loved recording with you, and it was definitely a vibe. But damn, like, I'm excited for you guys to listen to this.
I'm excited for the future of Lost in the 21st Century.
Yes.
We're now, what's this called?
Studio.
In the studio and being on camera as well.
I'm on YouTube now. Like, that's all new to me.
Yeah, to success and greatness and just more. Yeah, she's bugging me. Such a South Londoner. Like,
stop. As if you're not from South. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's episode. Follow, subscribe, rate. Definitely leave a rating.
Answer those questions.
Exactly. Answer those questions. They will be in the description of the YouTube channel and Spotify. And unfortunately, if you're not listening on those platforms, you can't answer it. But you can also send your answers on Instagram, which is at Lost in the 21st Century. But thank you so much, guys, for listening. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll be back for some more.
Thank you. Bye.